For decades, Southeast Nigeria has been described mainly through its struggles, power shortages, industrial decline, infrastructure gaps, and underinvestment. But something historic is happening. Across Abia, Imo, Enugu, and Anambra states, a new generation of mega infrastructure projects, long delayed, complex, and ambitious, have finally been completed. These are not promises, they are not proposals, they are not political speeches. They are operating, they are delivering power, they are creating jobs, and they are saving lives. From Africa's most ambitious integrated power project in Aba to world-class medical infrastructure in Nnewi, from international class conference tourism in Enugu to industrial gas and refining facilities in Imo State. These 5 projects are quietly reshaping economic industry and density of the Southeast. This is the story of 5 completed mega projects transforming lives across Southeast Nigeria. For decades, Aba was Nigeria's manufacturing capital without reliable electricity. Thousands of small factories, shoemakers, garment producers, plastic manufacturers, metal fabricators relied on generators that swallowed profits, limited growth, and crippled competitiveness. Then came geometric power, arguably the most ambitious private sector power project ever built in Nigeria. This is not just a power plant, it is an entire integrated electricity ecosystem. Geometric power consists of 188 megawatts gas-fired power plant, a dedicated transmission substation, a ring-fenced distribution network, and a franchise electricity distribution system serving Aba and surrounding cities. Unlike most Nigerian projects that depend on fragile national grids, geometric power created its own local electricity market, one city, one system, one supply chain. This project took nearly 2 decades to complete, navigating regulatory disputes, financing hurdles, and Nigeria's complex power sector reforms. But when it finally went live, something extraordinary happened. For the first time in modern history, Aba began receiving near-constant power supply. Factories reopened, production costs collapsed, small businesses extended operation hours. Machineries that had sat idle for years came back online. The Area International Market, one of Africa's largest clusters of small manufacturers, suddenly became competitive again, not just in Nigeria, but across West and Central Africa. Artisans who once spent 40% of their income on fuel now reinvest in staff, equipment, and expansion. New manufacturing startups began relocating to Aba. Banks became willing to lend again. For Aba entrepreneurs, geometric power did more than provide electricity. It restored confidence, it restored industrial dignity, and it reactivated the city's identity as Nigeria's true manufacturing heartbeat. This is not infrastructure, this is economic resurrection. Hidden beneath the soil of Imo State lies one of Nigeria's most valuable resources, natural gas. For decades, it remained largely untapped. While industries across the country struggled with energy shortages and high fuel costs, then came the ANOH or Haji South, ANOH gas processing plant, developed by Shell Nigeria Gas in partnership with Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. This facility is not just another oil and gas project. It represents a strategic shift from exporting raw hydrocarbons to powering domestic industry. The ANOH gas power plant processes vast volumes of natural gas that feeds power plants, fertilizer factories, industrial manufacturing hubs, domestic cooking gas markets. Instead of flaring gas into the atmosphere, this project captures it, converting wasted energy into economic value, and the implications for Imo State are massive. For the first time, large-scale industrial clusters have guaranteed access to cleaner, cheaper energy. Manufacturers can operate without diesel dependence. Agro-processing plants can scale production. Chemical industries now locate closer to raw materials. Job creation isn't limited to engineers and technicians. It extends to logistics, security, catering, construction, and community services. Entire communities in Ohaji Egbema have seen improved infrastructure, roads, clinics, skills training centers, and corporate social investment programs tied to the project. But beyond economics, this project represents something deeper. It positions Imo State as an energy backbone of Southeast Nigeria, supplying fuel not only to households but to factories, hospitals, and power plants. It turns underground resources into above-ground opportunity, and it signals the emergence of the Southeast as not just a consumer region, but an energy-producing industrial zone. For decades, major international conferences in Nigeria concentrated in Lagos and Abuja. The Southeast, despite its economic vitality, lacked world-class conference and hospitality infrastructure capable of hosting large-scale summits, investment forums, or diplomatic gatherings. That changed with the completion of the Enugu International Conference Center and five-star hotel complex. This is not just a building, it is a statement. The conference center rivals facilities in Johannesburg, Nairobi, Dubai, and Kigali, with large plenary halls, breakout rooms, exhibition spaces, translation booths, high-end audiovisual infrastructure. Attached is a luxury five-star hotel still under construction, capable of hosting international delegations, business leaders, investors, and global organizations. This single project repositioned Enugu from a regional capital into an international business destination. Today, Enugu hosts national political conventions, international economic forums, medical conferences, diaspora investment summits, corporate retreats. Hotels across the city now experience year-round bookings. Air travels into Akane Ibiam Airport has surged. Restaurants, transport companies, security services, event planners, and creative professionals all benefit from the new hospitality economy. But beyond tourism revenue, this project delivers something deeper: narrative transformation. It changes how investors see Southeast. It changes how Nigerians perceive the region. It signals that the East is not only open for business, it is prepared for global engagement. This is not just architecture, it is geopolitical infrastructure. For decades, Nigeria, Africa's largest oil producer, relied almost entirely on imported refined petroleum products. Billions of dollars left the country annually, while refineries at home remained dysfunctional. Then came a quiet revolution, modular refineries, and one of Nigeria's earliest and most successful private modular refineries is the Waltersmith Refinery in Imo State. This refinery is compact, efficient, scalable, and locally integrated. Unlike massive state-owned complexes that take decades to complete, modular refineries can be deployed quickly, expanded incrementally. Waltersmith processes crude oil into diesel, kerosene, naphtha, and other petroleum derivatives. This reduces fuel import dependence. It stabilizes local supply chain. It cuts transport costs. It lowers logistic risk. And most importantly, it proves that private sector energy infrastructure can succeed in Nigeria. For Imo State, the refinery has created hundreds of direct technical jobs, thousands of indirect logistic and service jobs, industrial support ecosystem, infrastructure upgrades in host communities, but its broader impact is national. It demonstrates that Nigeria's refining future will not depend solely on mega government refineries, but on networks of private modular plants integrated into local economies. Waltersmith Refinery is not just refining crude oil, it refined Nigeria's energy model. Healthcare is the foundation of human capital. Without it, economic growth becomes meaningless. For decades, Southeast Nigerians traveled to Lagos, Abuja, India, or Europe for advanced medical care, draining billions of naira annually in medical tourism. This narrative is now changing. The completion of the 1,500-bed Odumegwu Ojukwu University Teaching Hospital and Nnewi represents one of the largest healthcare infrastructure investments in Nigeria's history. This is not merely a hospital, it is a medical city. It features advanced diagnostic imaging centers, intensive care units, emergency trauma wards, specialized surgical centers, teaching and research facilities, medical training schools, accommodation for staffs and students. It is both patient care and medical education, producing the next generation of Nigerian doctors, nurses, specialists, and researchers. For Nnewi, already known as Nigeria's industrial engine room, this project adds healthcare superstructure to its economic ecosystem. Patients from across Anambra, Imo, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi, Delta, and beyond now receive advanced treatment without leaving the region. Families no longer face devastating travel costs. Emergency response time drops, specialized care becomes accessible, and thousands of medical professionals find employment locally, reversing brain drain. This is not just a hospital, it is a healthcare revolution. These 5 projects share something rare in Nigeria's infrastructure landscape. They are completed, operational, impact-driven, multi-sectoral, region transformative. Together, they span power, energy, tourism, industry, and healthcare. But more importantly, they reveal a new development model for the Southeast. One driven by private sector investment, diaspora capital, public-private partnership, long-term planning, infrastructure-led growth. This project proved that the Southeast does not lack talent, it does not lack capital, it does not lack vision. It lacked infrastructure, and now, piece by piece, that infrastructure is being built. From Abbas factories humming back to life, to Enugu hosting international summits, to Imo powering Nigeria's energy transition, to Nnewi delivering world-class healthcare, a quiet renaissance is underway. Development does not arrive through speeches. It arrives through electricities in factories, gas in pipelines, fuels in depots, patients in hospitals, delegates in conference halls. And across Southeast Nigeria, today, all five are happening simultaneously. These projects are not symbols of what the future might become. They are proof that the future has already started, and this is only the beginning. If you believe in a stronger, more prosperous Southeast Nigeria, if you believe in Africa-led infrastructure solution, if you believe development stories deserve global attention, then subscribe to 1010 Media, like this video, share it with your network, and join us as we document the rebirth of Eastern Nigeria.